David Avanesyan retains his WBA interim, or is it regular, world welterweight title with a 12-round unanimous decision win over an ancient Shane Mosley. This was a competitive fight all the way through. Avanesyan was the busier of the two, as you would expect. Shane Mosley is 44 years old, and he looked every bit of those 44 years. Had this been the Shane Mosley of his prime, or even the Shane Mosley of 6 years ago when he faced Floyd Mayweather, you would have picked him to, on the evidence of this fight at least, you would have picked him to wipe the floor with Avanesyan, who does not look like a particularly good fighter. He's not really a big puncher. He throws a decent amount of shots, but nothing incredible. And Avanesyan will now be mandated to fight the winner of Keith Thurman versus Sean Porter. That will be an easy fight, a walk in the park for either Thurman or Porter. I don't think either one of these guys is going to have any problem with Avanesyan. Shane Mosley, I don't want to say he gave Avanesyan all he could handle, but he certainly gave him a competitive fight all the way through. And when you compare Mosley's performance here, or how well he did against Avanesyan, to how he did against Canelo, how he did against Anthony Mundine, how he's done against, many people over the past few years who have been world level, you'll see that Mosley did better against Avanesyan than he did against any of those guys. So that's not a good sign. And I've never heard of Avanesyan before, by the way. I don't know when he won this interim or regular world title. I know that, or I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Keith Thurman got elevated to super champion. And when he was elevated to super champion, the regular belt became vacant. So I'm assuming that Avanesyan fought for that version of it. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, it was an okay fight. It's sad to see a 44-year-old Shane Mosley still fighting at his age. But from my understanding, he's got some money problems, which had something to do with an ex-wife, allegedly. So that's the situation there. His son fought on the undercard. I've never really rated his son. His son's already lost the fight. And I don't really see him going anywhere in the sport of boxing. Don't seem to have any type of real talent there. So yeah, it was kind of a weird show, a Mosley show. If he was ever going to win a world title again, this was his best opportunity to do it against a relatively weak champion. He didn't manage it. There were no knockdowns in the fight, just to describe the action. There were no knockdowns. They traded roles all the way through. At times, Mosley was the aggressor for certain parts of the round, and Avanesyan was the aggressor. Back and forth, mildly entertaining action for 12 rounds. And Avanesyan, the judges obviously concluded that Avanesyan had landed the cleaner, more effective shots. And I was half watching it, but it weren't that engaging, to be honest with you. So I was kind of drifting in and out watching it. I'll be honest. I'm sure you won't blame me too much for that. I'm sure you can forgive me on this particular fight. It was what it was. Will Shane Mosley retire? Again, if he really needs money that badly, then maybe he won't. Maybe he'll look for another opportunity. Maybe he'll have a crossroads fight with somebody like Paulie Malignaggi. It could probably make that happen. So let me know what you thought about this fight, people, if you watched it. What do you think about Shane Mosley's situation? Where do you think he should go from here? What do you make of Avanesyan as a fighter? Were you impressed? Maybe you've got a higher opinion of him than I do. How do you think he will fare against either Keith, one-time Thurman, or Sean Showtime Porter? Drop it all in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel. It's your boy Hatman, I'm out.